Uh, Wanted to speak on this. It's more of a minor parable in the Bible. It's not a flat out parable. It's kind of split up and dissected and hidden throughout the Bible. But what I'm going to talk about here is stones versus bricks. All right? People, want to, discredit the Bible and say how vague and on how fairy tale. That's their favorite thing to say. It's a fairy tale. When it's a historical document, even if you do not believe it is a spiritual document, which I know it to be a spiritual and a historical document. Even though there's some fairy tale-y sounding supernatural occurrences in there, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a fairy tale or just in the realm of superstition. It's supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Just because something's supernatural, I mean, we hear about supernatural things all the time. People dying, having a miracle, come back from a near-death situation, or basically a whole house falling down on top of you, but somehow everything falls down around you, but yet you stand. That's a miracle. That's supernatural. That's like there is a pattern, or there's basically like there's a program going on here. There's a purpose is what I was looking. That's the word I was looking for. There's a purpose. Little windows into what is our purpose as humans, as humanity, as mankind. But anyway, back to bricks and stones. All right, when God told, or He taught man how to make altars, He said, make them out of stones that are unworked with tool. The tool defileth the stone. Okay? So in order to make a brick, you got to take a regular stone or a chunk of rock from a mountain, and you use a metal tool and a hammer to make bricks. Or you can take mud and different compounds, elements, and add them into like concrete. But back in the day, they had the same thing. They used dirt and hay and ovens to make bricks. Okay, this is Nimrod. This is his slogan. This is his campaign slogan. Let us make bricks. What is the significance of let us make bricks? Okay, when you talk, like I said, the hunter of men. This is also someone, when you turn us as people, okay, every single stone on this planet is different from the other stone, but yet all stones are stones. So therefore, we have all these different kinds of stones, but yet they are all stones. This is people, okay? This is us. It's like black, white, brown, red, yellow, and etc. I mean, I think race is a man-made concept. I don't think God sees us race-wise. I think this is a big satanic trick to keep our hatchet, our tomahawks bloody, basically, and our scalping knives out from being buried, in a metaphorical sense, you know what I mean? But even just as I just gave you this analogy, this parable here of the stones, the bricks is the antithesis. This is the Antichrist analogy. This is, though we are all different, if we allow ourselves to be shaved and cut and shaped by the system, by the matrix, by Baal, we all become bricks. And all bricks, what's the difference between stones and bricks? All bricks are uniform. They're the same thing. They're drones. They're like bees. They're a hive mind. It's patriarchal like bees. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And in one aspect, it's It's everyone becomes part of this hive. You know what I'm saying? What can here? Let's build the hive for the queen. Basically, uh, and the stones you can build. You know, you can build with stones too. It takes a little bit more skill. You know what I'm saying? And picking and choosing the right things to go here and there, but they can both be used to build. You know, you could say metaphorically a church or a group of people that believe a certain way. I mean, that's truly what a church is. It's just a group of people gathered together that think a certain way in the name of their God. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when you go to a college and you got a bunch of atheists, humanists in there, that's their church. This is a bunch of people gathered together to discuss their God, which is themselves. Let us make bricks. You know what I'm saying? I shall be God. Basically, you know, humanism, apotheosis. I keep gonna keep drilling on these same terminologies just to show you how this is what they really mean when they say certain things. You know what I'm saying? It goes right over your head because these are adepts, double speechists. I mean, they're taught from a young age a totally separate doctrine from us. They're taught the truth, while we're only taught what we're supposed to know. And then some of us get to break, you know, to the second or third higher level, but they've had all the training from the beginning to rule, to lie, to become Machiavellis. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, Jesus is known as the stone that the builder, or the chief cornerstone. You know what I'm saying? So he's also known as the rock of salvation. And when he first met Simon, he called him Caiaphas, which means it's interpreted a stone. There was a reason Jesus was making this reference here because he was bringing the past back to Nimrod, back to let us make bricks, or even when man was instructed how to make not uh, real altars, which are made from unworked stone from the field. You know what I'm saying? That's like us. Uh, God doesn't want bricks in His kingdom. He wants a bunch of stones like those altars that they're a bunch of different people, different shape, different size, different weights, different contents, are all together to build this one uh, greater body. You know what I'm saying? Just as if, but at the same time, if these stones get plucked up and cut and manipulated into brickdom, basically that's how the pyramids get built. That's how the Tower of Babel got built. Was people's slave labor. You know what I'm saying? And their tribute unto Caesar. You know what I'm saying? So they had so much invested through their slave labor that by the time the tower was completed, they were all in accord against God. Because, I mean, that's how it works. The more you invest into your servitude, the more you're going to believe that that's the truth. And even when a person like me says, no, I don't want to be sheared, I don't want to be shaved, I don't want to be worked by your tools, by your Masonic uh, society, engineering, culture engineering, social engineering tools, that makes me a uniform drone, uh, worker bee, worker ant, like everyone else. I mean, this isn't man's not of the insect kingdom. We are of the flesh and blood man kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So it's just people are unprivy to this. They don't understand. It's like, look, we are called to be individuals who come together because of, you know, because we want to do what's pleasing in the sight of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But these other people, mutually are coming together to come against the Lord. So they let themselves be turned into bricks, and then they serve the system. They serve, you know, and they're even a testament in history. You know, like these monuments stand in the fabric of history. You know what I'm saying? The legends of these nations and their great evils, yet their great accomplishments at the same time. Because people uniformly together for evil are capable of great evil. Just likewise, I don't think we've ever seen everyone uniformly together as individuals. You know what I'm saying? In the name of good. Just don't know. I don't have a reference point to ever see that. But yeah, this is the parable of the bricks and the stones.